My name is Ken Grissom. I'm with the Small Business Development Center at Jacksonville State University. Our department is grant funded, and by that, we're here to help small businesses to start up, to grow, and part of what we're going to talk about today is the ability to craft a business plan. As an entrepreneur is looking at starting a business, the first thing they should do is come up with an idea. They should thoroughly vet that idea, and if they determine that they're prepared to go forward, we encourage them to write a business plan. It is a document that you will take to a funding source to help you obtain the funding that you will need to start this business. As you're determining whether you start or not, first you would look at your market. Is there a market for my product? What is my product? Who is our competition? A strong consideration that's come into play in the past year is the supply chain issue. Will I be able to get the products that I'm selling? You need to discuss your experience in this industry. Do you know the industry we're talking about? What do you bring to the table? Someone that takes the time to prepare a business plan is more than likely to be successful in their endeavor. Time after time, these studies have proven this. As we start writing a business plan, we would do this with an executive summary. We would place this at the front of our document. The executive summary is basically a brief overview of your business. It's going to tell who your owners are, what their skill sets are, what their background is. It tells all of your experience that you're bringing to the table for this particular business. What is your business? Is it a restaurant? Is it a supply house? Is it a theater? Whatever the type business, everyone has a product, and you need to just explicitly state these products in your business plan. In doing that, again, you're going to refer to the background skills, the experience that not only you but your staff will be bringing to the business, how you can really add value to the community at large and for the customer that you hope to attract. Part of that is going to be the legal environment. What is my legal environment? What is my legal status as I start up? Am I doing it as a sole proprietor with a single owner, or do I have a business partner? So as we look at those two options, you would just have to buy your applicable business license, and theoretically you are in business. The drawback to this form of legal structure is that there's unlimited liability associated to this. By that, all of your personal assets are at risk should something go wrong with your business. A way to mitigate that is to form an LLC, and truthfully, an LLC is probably the most popular form of legal structure today, and that gives you some form of legal protection for your personal assets. It's not foolproof, but it does provide you protection that a partnership or a sole proprietorship does not afford you. So when we look at your products and services, number one, we want to describe what our product is. We need to identify any special segment of the market that we're going to attract or go after. And as we do that, we need to think about our pricing strategies. Are we competitive with our pricing? And in particular, we want to see how our pricing structure compares to our competitors' pricing. Even if we have a little bit higher price, how do we offset that? We could do that with customer service. We see it in a number of ways that local businesses can't compete with the big boxes. And the way they're able to do that is they up their customer service game. As we're looking at forming this business plan, I would encourage you to develop a SWOT analysis. that being your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, your threats. Your strengths and your weaknesses are internal to you and specific to your business. Those are things that you can control to some degree. The strengths are things that you're really, really good at. That's really where you need to spend a lot of your energy maximizing those strengths. It's good to know what your weaknesses are, where you know what you can work on. Again, these are internal to your particular business. The opportunities and threats are external to your business, and theoretically, you have no control over opportunities and threats. Now, opportunities are really a good thing for your business. You need to know about them. You need to exploit those. You need to explore opportunities. But the threats are things that are happening, someone trying to take your business, a competitor that's trying to take your market. So you need to be aware of those. When we identify our target market, we're going to look at the 4 P's in this. The 4 P's are our product, our price, our place, and our promotions. When we look at all 4 of those components, theoretically that should be our target market, and that is the customer that we're really zeroing in. That's the one that we hope to attract. When we talk about the management of the business, we're going to talk about not only our owners, we're going to talk about who our managers are, we're going to talk about their expertise, their skill set, their experience in the industry, their knowledge. So that is an advantage that we really play up for our small business. As an entrepreneur and you've decided to go into business, I would encourage you to look at some of the following questions I'm going to pose to you just to gauge your interest, to make sure that you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur. And one of those is your follow-through. You may have a great idea, but are you willing to do what it takes to follow through on that idea to the completion of that? And by having that characteristic, you also have to have passion, that for your product, that for your community, that for your customers. So you have to really and totally believe in your product. If you don't have that passion, that fire about you, it's going to be difficult to succeed. If you're just showing up, going through your motions, guys, it's just a job. This is going to present challenges to you. And here's a very important factor for you as an entrepreneur. Are you willing to get knocked down? And when you do, are you willing to pick yourself back up? Because it's going to happen at some point in your entrepreneurial life, which leads us right into how big of a risk taker are you? You have to accept the fact that you're taking a risk. It has great rewards, but also there are inherent risks. So I want to encourage you to look at all of those points. And here's your most important fact as an entrepreneur. Are you a lifelong learner? Are you curious about things? Are you looking at things and trying to seek solutions? Because that's what it takes to be an entrepreneur. Challenges will present themselves. You must be willing to be able to figure out challenges that come your way. You know, there's many reasons of why businesses fail, and so probably the top reason is that there was no actual market for your product. Someone had an idea, but they didn't thoroughly vet it. But the next most likely idea for a business to fail is that they simply ran out of cash. How do we prepare to not do that? We plan, and that's what we're doing with this business plan. So we're putting our financial projections out, and we're thoroughly planning through the year, and the end result should be a successful business. That's what we're attempting to do here. Things to look for when writing a business plan, things to try and avoid, is a poorly written business plan. it could be not coherent, it could be sloppy, it may not have enough detail to it, it may be too vague. The financial assumptions that you're projecting here, they may be unrealistic. So it's in your benefit to provide realistic projections that the funding source can look at and actually see how their loan is going to help your business take in enough money to pay them back. Again, my name is Ken Grissom at the Small Business Development Center at Jacksonville State University. If our center can ever be of help to you or a small business that you're aware of, feel free to reach out to us. We're available at no cost to the users. Thank you so much for your attention today.